Writing referral letters and letters back to GPs is a very straightforward process in Medesk, and it involves really just a couple of clicks. So the first thing you want to do once you've got a patient record in front of you is make sure that you have the GP details to hand. Now, what we do in Medesk is we have the ability to add the patient's assigned GP by name, and then we can actually search for the practice that they are working from. So I'm going to use Wimbledon as an example, and you can see how you've got the name of the practice, you've got the address of the practice, the postcode, and also the contact number. So you can use any of these details to actually search for this particular practice that you're after. And case in point, we know that Cannon Hill Lane Medical Practice is on Cannon Hill Lane. So if we type in 153 Cannon, it will actually come up with exactly the right practice. So even if the patient doesn't remember the exact name of the practice but knows where it is, or vice versa, you're going to find it. And even if they only know the postcode, or you're going to Google it or something like that to be sure, then in any case, you're going to get the result you need. And then you just save your changes, and then you can use that GP's address for any work in the future, which in this case is going to be a GP letter. So you're going to write back to the GP, tell them what's up with their patient, and then provide any extra information that you think they might need. And so the way that we do this is that we look for our template, we open it up, and then we can decide what to do. Now, we already have the GP address to hand, so we don't actually have to add it in here. But if we did want to say, write a letter to a specific other person, maybe you're referring the patient onwards, then you may want to put the specialist address in this box. So actually this template serves two functions. Today we're going to use it for GP letter purposes. So we're not going to use the specialist address. We'll just put the date of the letter in, because it may well differ from the real date of today. And then what you can do is you can write your content, which may well be somewhat predefined like it is here. And then you can perhaps put your diagnosis in here if you want to. So we'll diagnose asthma and then send the patient back to the GP for further management. So we would then save this work. And what we can do is we can then look at our print documents. And there are lots and lots of ones available here, but the one I want is this one. And you can see how you'll have your letterhead here. It may well be a bit more attractive than this one. So for example, it could be something with your logo on there, something a bit brighter, something a bit more clear. And you may well have then GP's address like this. So you can see that it's come through from a GP that I would have assigned earlier. You can see that you've got your dear doctor, you've got your patient information here. So you've got your name, date of birth, and address. Then you've got your letter itself, the content, you've got your diagnosis, and then you've got your kind regards at the end. You've got your name, you've got your credentials, postnomials, your position, and then your GMC number. And if you're working in a larger clinic where there'll be multiple doctors doing this, then we will attach all these details to your profile so that if you're the one who wrote the letter or you're the one who the letter relates to, then it'll be your details there. The same would go for your colleagues, of course. So you can see how I made a letter in a matter of minutes, if even that long, and you can straight away download this, you can print it, you can email it as well. So you can print and download using this button up here, or you can go to the previous page and send out an attachment using the envelope button. So you can send that back to the patient for their reference, you can send it on to the GP, it depends on what you're doing. And as I said, the exact same process works for the specialist letter. The difference is that you put an address in the box instead of using the GP address you already have. And that's all there is to it. That is letter writing in Medesk in a nutshell. If you have any questions about it, of course, ask us, let us know what you need to find out, and we will guide you through the whole process one-on-one. We release new videos every week. Hit that subscribe button to learn how to grow your practice faster.